script in just 7 balls. This was not just a 4-wicket win. This was survival. This was the 15th match of the season, and also the halfway point of the league. Before a ball was bowled, the table was split clean in two. MI Cape Town, Pretoria Capitals, and Durban Super Giants had just one win each. Meanwhile, Sunrisers Eastern Cape, Joburg Super Kings, and Paarl Royals had already won 3. For MI Cape Town, this game was must-win territory. After an earlier washout and repeated struggles, another defeat could have pushed them out of playoff contention. Joburg Super Kings, sitting second, were looking to tighten their grip on the top 4. Rain had other plans, and with it came chaos. After an hour-long rain delay, MI Cape Town chose to bowl first, and paid the price early. Enter Faf du Plessis. No longer part of the international setup, but still very much elite, Du Plessis produced a masterclass in the power play. He respected Kagiso Rabada for 1 ball, then took him apart. Cuts, drives, flicks, even a toe-ended boundary. Against Trent Bolt, the battle of experience tilted firmly in Faf's favor. 7 fours, 2 sixes, 44 off just 21 balls. By the end of the power play, Joburg Super Kings were flying at 69 for 2, with Du Plessis unbeaten on 43. But once the rain returned and the innings shortened, everything changed. With 8 overs lost, JSK had no option but to attack. And that's where things unraveled. Du Plessis mistimed a big hit after the restart and was brilliantly caught by Reza Hendricks in a moment of elite field awareness. Donovan Ferreira, fresh from World Cup selection, followed soon after, undone by his own aggression. In the second half of the innings, Joburg Super Kings lost 5 wickets for just 54 runs. The standout performers: Corbin Bosch with 3 for 24. Rashid Khan with 2 for 23. Ironically, the star pacers struggled. Bolt and Rabada conceded 56 runs in just 4 overs, continuing a worrying trend for MICT. JSK finished on 123 for 7, competitive, but not commanding. Chasing 128 in 12 overs, MI Cape Town needed intent, and they found it early through spin resistance and raw power. Ryan Rickelton fell cheaply, but that triggered a bold move. Nicholas Pooran was promoted to number 3, and the stadium woke up. 5 sixes. Clean striking. Pure confidence. Pooran dismantled Akil Hossain, Prenilan Subrayan, and even sent Richard Gleeson into the crowd. Just as he looked unstoppable, Nandre Berger, playing his first match of the season, rolled his fingers over a slower ball. Pooran fell for 33, and suddenly, MICT were 95 for 5. Pressure back on. Before the next ball, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay locked in for all the biggest match stories, analysis, and turning points right here on Sports Review. This is where the story becomes unforgettable. Jason Smith, South Africa's surprise T20 World Cup pick, walked in during the 9th over. The equation: 39 runs needed from 19 balls. Momentum slipping. Crowd tense. Smith needed just 7 balls, 3 sixes. 22 runs. Total belief. Suddenly, it was 12 needed from 8 balls. Kareem Janat and Corbin Bosch calmly finished the job, sealing MI Cape Town's first home win of the season, a 4-wicket victory by DLS method. This win doesn't lift MI Cape Town off the bottom of the table, but it breathes life into their campaign. For Joburg Super Kings, it's a missed opportunity in a shortened game where support for Faf du Plessis never arrived. For MICT, it's a reminder that tournaments don't turn on star names alone, sometimes, they turn on 7 fearless deliveries. What happens when a target of 177 feels like nothing more than net practice? In Centurion, Sunrisers Eastern Cape delivered one of the most dominant chases in SA20 history, a night where Pretoria Capitals had no answers, no control, and no comeback. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. The 14th match of SA20 saw Pretoria Capitals win the toss and make a bold call, batting first under lights at Centurion, a venue famously known for favoring the chase. That decision quickly came back to haunt them. Despite half-centuries from Connor Esterhuizen and Sherfane Rutherford, Pretoria Capitals never truly gained momentum. Their innings lacked fluency and rhythm against a sharp and disciplined Sunrisers Eastern Cape bowling attack. Anrich Nortje was relentless, operating at full throttle to finish with 3 for 32, while Adam Milne smartly varied his pace to pick up 2 for 36. Lewis Gregory was equally impressive, strangling the run flow with an economy rate of just 4.5. Pretoria Capitals eventually crawled to 176 for 7, a total that felt at least 20 runs short. For Connor Esterhuizen, this innings was personal. After a slow start to his SA20 campaign and beginning this match on 6 off 8 balls, Esterhuizen finally found his timing in the power play. Once he cleared his front leg, the momentum shifted instantly. He punished anything on his pads, took on Nortje's short balls, and carved Marco Jansen through the covers with authority. His 28-ball 50 was his first for Pretoria Capitals and a rare bright spot in an otherwise forgettable night for the hosts. If the bat didn't break Pretoria's spirit, Quinton de Kock certainly did behind the stumps. After already producing one of the catches of the tournament earlier this season, de Kock went even better in Centurion. With Andre Russell attempting to launch, a mistimed edge flew wide, and de Kock responded with a stunning one-handed diving catch that will feature in highlight reels for years. It summed up the night. Everything Sunrisers Eastern Cape touched turned to gold. If Pretoria Capitals believed 176 might be defendable, Quinton de Kock and Johnny Bairstow erased that hope within minutes. From the very first over, the tone was brutal. Boundaries flowed effortlessly. Timing was pristine. Fielders were reduced to spectators. The opening pair smashed 13 fours and 12 sixes in a flawless, unbeaten stand, the highest opening partnership in Sunrisers Eastern Cape history and the second highest in SA20 overall. By the end of the power play, SEC were 66 without loss, needing just 111 from 14 overs. There was no pressure, no risk, and no panic. Then came the over that defined the match. Facing Keshav Maharaj, Johnny Bairstow unleashed absolute carnage. 6, 6, 6, 4. 6. 6. It was the most expensive over in SA20 history. Bairstow brought up his 50 off 35 balls and never looked back. What was once 61 needed off 9 overs instantly dropped to 27 off 8. The bonus point was inevitable. Bairstow finished 85 not out, while Quinton de Kock remained unbeaten on 79, sealing the first ever 10-wicket win in a completed SA20 match. This victory sends Sunrisers Eastern Cape straight to the top of the points table, 2 points clear at the halfway stage of the group phase. More importantly, it highlights their terrifying balance, elite pace bowling, world-class fielding, and an opening partnership capable of ending matches inside 15 overs. For Pretoria Capitals, the concerns are mounting. With just 1 win from 5 matches, they sit outside the playoff positions and are running out of room for error. Tactical missteps, inconsistent batting, and an inability to control power play damage are problems that need immediate fixing. A record-breaking chase, a flawless opening stand, and a reminder that when Sunrisers Eastern Cape, they are almost impossible to stop. Is this the most dominant team in SA20 right now? And can Pretoria Capitals recover before it's too late? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Low scores. Turning pitch, spinners in complete control. For a moment, Durban felt less like South Africa and more like Delhi. In the 6th match, what looked like a routine league game turned into a tactical masterclass, as Joburg Super Kings outthought, outbowled, and outplayed Durban's Super Giants in a gripping low-scoring encounter. Bowled out for just 86, Super Giants never truly recovered, and by the time Riley Rosso took control, the result felt inevitable. Let's break down how this match was decided long before the final ball. A pitch that changed everything. From the very first over, it was clear this was not a surface for stroke making. The pitch was slow, two-paced, and tailor-made for bowlers who could take pace off the ball. Joburg Super Kings read it perfectly. They opened the bowling with spin, a bold but decisive call. Subrayan sets the trap. Prenelin Subrayan was the architect of Super Giants' collapse. His figures of 3 for 16, packed with 15-dot balls, choked the innings entirely. He struck early. Devon Conway fell for 4 in his first over. Kane Williamson followed for 2. Jos Buttler never found momentum, dismissed for 12. By the end of the power play, Durban's Super Giants were 23 for 3, already fighting the pitch rather than the opposition. Middle overs, no escape. The struggles continued through the middle. Aidan Markram tried to anchor the innings, scoring 22 off 27, but fluency never arrived. Just as acceleration looked possible, Faf du Plessis produced a stunning catch at wide long off to remove him. Moments later, du Plessis struck again at short cover as Ethan Bosch edged one from Akil Hossain. At 62 for 6, Super Giants were sinking fast. Gleeson and the final collapse. The end came swiftly. Richard Gleeson ripped through the tail, finishing with 3 for 2, as every single Super Giants wicket fell to a catch. From start to finish, it was a textbook bowling performance. Durban's Super Giants were bowled out for just 86. The chase, a brief twist. The second innings didn't begin smoothly either. Simon Harmer fought back with the new ball, dismissing Wyan Mulder and conceding only 9 runs across his 3 power play overs. Super Kings stumbled to 26 for 3 after 6 overs, and suddenly the contest looked alive. But one man saw the pitch differently. Rosso reads the game. Riley Rosso played the defining innings of the match. Standing deep in his crease, he swung cleanly through the line, adjusting better than anyone to the slow surface. His 43 off 32 balls, with 5 fours and 1 6, accounted for nearly half the target. He targeted pace intelligently and punished Noor Ahmad, especially in the 9th over that went for 16 runs. Even when edges flew, Rosso stayed in control. The moment that sealed it. Noor Ahmad eventually bowled Rosso in the 12th over, but by then, the match was already drifting away. At 75 for 3, the finish was inevitable. Donovan Ferreira ended the game in style, smashing Ethan Bosch for a 4 and a 6, as Joburg Super Kings cruised home with 6 wickets in hand. This match was won in the first 6 overs. Joburg Super Kings understood the pitch, trusted spin early, and forced Super Giants into mistakes. In contrast, Durban's Super Giants relied too heavily on pace, a costly misread on a surface demanding patience and variation. The result sends Super Kings to second position on the points table, secured with a bonus point victory, while Super Giants are left with serious questions about adaptability. In a game where timing was impossible and aggression was punished, intelligence ruled. Joburg Super Kings didn't just win, they outthought their opponents. On a night built for spinners and composure, one team adjusted, the other didn't. And that made all the difference. What started as a